Good morning, everybody. How's everyone feeling? Woo!
Not loud enough. How's everyone feeling?
How about day one of eMerge? I mean, I'm team no sleep, but it doesn't matter. I have so much energy from meeting all of you yesterday, seeing this place buzzing, hearing these incredible speakers, and I just can't say enough. Thank you all for your support. Thank you all for being here. And right now is one of my most favorite moments of eMerge, because we're announcing the top 25 startups that made it into the finale today, and we'll be pitching live right here on this stage.
Yes. And before we launch into announcements, we just want to say that everyone here is a winner. As Melissa said at the top of Founders Day, just being able to be here with a booth, exhibiting, speaking to corporate partners, having investor conversations, that's what eMerge is really about. Right?
Absolutely. Give yourselves a round of applause. You've been through 2 months, essentially, of a program that's culminating today. But as Dan said, our hope for this program is that you have been able to make connections to help scale your startup, potentially receive investment, to meet with people that potentially become part of your team. It's all about you and making connections. So hopefully you have found that the program has been fruitful for you. And I'd like to thank Medina Ventures, Florida Funders, and BIP Ventures, because together they will be investing $520,000 to the winner this afternoon on the main stage. But before we get to that, the 25 of you will be pitching right here. 4-minute pitches. Can't wait to hear them. We ready?
Absolutely. So without further ado, this is in alphabetical order according to university stage, early stage, and late stage. So there's no order of ranking or preference or none of that. So first, AutoCat.
Woo! So when we call your name, if you could start coming up here, because we're going to call you all up at the end of the 25. Okay. Second in the university stage is Beyond Sight. Woo!
Beyond Sight, you'll make your way over here to the side of the stage. We'll call you up towards the end. Next, Elcove.
Next, iFly Technologies. Woo!
Next, Spontively.
Congrats. These are your top 5 in the university category. Round of applause for them. Get ready. You all are the first ones to pitch.
Now, for our early stage winners, again, in alphabetical order. Number 1, Alfana.
Woo! I love the reactions. 2, BuilderFi. So awesome.
3, Fluix.
Woo! 4, Kiwi.
Number 5, Clerk.
6, CredFeed.
Number 7, Magic Log.
Woo! Number 8, Moda Lab.
Number 9, Prosperous AI.
Woo! And last but certainly not least, to complete the early stage top 10 is Vugo.
Now, for our later stage top 10 finalists. Number 1, B2Gov.
Woo! Number 2, Comunidad Feliz.
Number 3, Evolve.
Woo! Number 4, Hamilton Perkins Collection.
Number 5, Regimat 3D.
6, Proceso Technologies.
Number 7, RocketBot.
Number 8, Stream. I see them streaming right there.
Number 9, WiseCut.
Woo! Okay, the final finalist to wrap up the top 25 is Ybot. Round of applause for all of you. And we have a surprise for you as well. As we said earlier, this doesn't happen without the support of our sponsors and partners. We do not charge startups to apply to be part of this program for the exhibit space because we understand, that you are bootstrapping and you are, making sure that you're saving every dollar. And we wouldn't be able to do this without our partners and sponsors that help fund this entire program. And one of them, which is very important to us, is JP Morgan. And here to give you a surprise for these top 25 and talk a little bit about what they're going to give is Ashraf Hibella. Please come on up.
Thank you, Melissa. It's a pleasure to be here. Good morning to everybody. First, a round of applause to the finalists. And then can we actually, I know it's early, but I see a lot of coffee, so let's give a really, really strong round of applause to all of the non-finalists too, frankly, to all of the ones that competed and did well. So my name is Ashraf, and I head up startup banking at JP Morgan. Before I was at JP Morgan, I was an entrepreneur for 13 years. I was a coder and a product manager in Silicon Valley. I got to tell you, I had a little bit of PTSD when I was seeing the finalists, because I've been on that side and I've been on that side. I've been on that side a lot more, to be honest. So keep it up. Resiliency is what's important. And I will tell you that it takes, we've done some analysis, and it takes about 2.5 companies before a founder kind of hits escape velocity with a unicorn. So part of the journey is the disappointment, and it's the resilience that gets you through it. So congratulations to all of you. A little bit about JP Morgan. So let's remember that 7 of the 8 trillion-dollar companies are innovation economy companies. Just take that in. In the United States of America, 7 of the 8 trillion-dollar companies are folks like you. We believe strongly that you matter more than any other industry in the United States. You're important as executives and founders to the success of this country. And nowhere, honestly, can I be more proud of what I'm seeing in Miami. Miami is a place that truly creates entrepreneurs, from your parents and the first and second generation immigrants that have come from other countries. The diversity and the entrepreneurship and the resiliency of the culture that's being built in Miami is super impressive, and I'm proud of it. We're proud to be here. There's a reason why we put our brand in the Inter Miami Stadium. We believe in what it's doing. Our CEO on our annual report talked about Miami and how important Florida is. And we're here for you. We believe that we have to be here for you before you raise venture dollars. We need to be there for you when you're looking for access to networks, access to insights, and access to connections. We're building a national team. We built it across the country. We've got a team in Miami, and we're here to serve you, both on products, services, insights, research. We're here. So thank you for being here. Thank you for having us, and please come see us in our lounge. And we've got some Apple AirTags for the can. Yeah, so for sure.
And can we please have the top 25 come to the stage?
Of course.
We're going to take a group picture, the JP team,
Good job, man.
and then we're going to get our pitches started. Come on in. Let's get, some in the front.
Let's take the whole length of the stage. We're going to need it.
Maybe some come in the front. Should we? Yeah, come, like, here, I'll start it. Let's go.
I'll start.
Come on.
I'll start.
Yeah.
Take a lunch.
Let's get here in the front.
We need some music.
Yeah.
Awesome. Congrats, everybody.
Congrats, everyone.
Let's get the pitches started. Congrats.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Wow. Good morning on this side. Good morning on this side. Yes, it's day 2. My name is Carlos Vasquez. I'm the president of Miami EdTech. Wow, what a 24 hours it's been. How many of you got to celebrate afterwards yesterday on Lincoln Road, the after party? Raise your hand if you were there. All right. I saw some of you dancing. I did. I hope they have the footage of that so we could show it. Really excited to kick things off again. We're celebrating 10 years of eMerge. 10 years have gone by really fast. We're diving in this morning to our university startup pitches. So please join me in welcoming to the stage AutoCat, Beyond Sight, Elcove, iFly Technologies, and Spontively. Please, let's give them a big round of applause.
All right, good morning. My name is Charles Masters Rodriguez, and I'm the founder and CEO of AutoCat, where we're repairing the way auto shops order parts. Now, for the last 5 years, I bootstrapped my automotive wholesale distribution company from 0 to a couple million in revenue. And as I did this, I noticed a huge gap in the market for both auto parts suppliers like myself and the auto shop customers that I care so deeply about. Now, 50% of all auto shops in the US are owner-operated. And these small auto shop owners struggle on a daily basis to order parts. It's time consuming. On average, they spend around 6 hours per week ordering parts. They have tight margins as it is, only a 6% net take home per year. And they have huge out of stock issues because of a fragmented supply chain. So they're barely staying above water. The solution is an intuitive B2B marketplace to purchase from auto parts suppliers directly. This saves them more time, giving them back 24 hours a full day to their monthly schedules. They get higher margins with a 10% increase, and now they can find all their products in stock with a one-stop shop marketplace that has AI automation systems and data analytic dashboards. The product is a multi-sided platform that makes B2B e-commerce easy for auto shops and auto suppliers to do business with one another. The auto shops can search and purchase their products, and then the auto suppliers get more leads and better sales. So it's a win-win for both parties. In terms of the business model, it's simple. A 10% transaction fee and a monthly subscription for shops, depending on the add-ons that they want to increase their business. They can start free, and then they can go to the advanced package that includes those AI analytic automation dashboards and systems. Now, the market is massive. We're going after a $75 billion serviceable addressable market with over 300,000 auto shops in the US alone, 20,000 in Florida, and 2,000 in the South Florida area. This is definitely a scalable consumer base. Now, in terms of traction, we've hit the ground running. We have 5 auto suppliers and over 100 auto shops on the wait list ready to go. We've incorporated, trademarked, and we're launching on our MVP on May 1st. And my automotive wholesale distribution company will be the first supplier on the marketplace, so we're not starting with 0. In terms of the go-to-market, the automotive industry is all about relationships, and that's why we're starting strong with direct sales, leveraging the partnerships that we currently have, like those with Stellantis. Then we'll be attending some of the biggest trade shows in the automotive industry, such as those at SEMA Show, and then leveraging some of the biggest YouTube social media channels for automotive, like YouTube. In terms of the projections, we are set to be the most lucrative investment in your portfolio. because our projections show 50 million in net projected revenue by year 5. And that's not including any additional revenue streams such as direct-to-consumer, auto shop subscriptions, and automotive services. Now, in terms of the competition, we're built different from the ground up with small business in mind. Amazon and eBay are actually hurting some small businesses because they're charging upwards of 50% of the revenue of some suppliers. And Advanced Auto Parts only focuses on B2C. Parts Tech and Nextpark are doing B2B and auto niche, but they're leaving B2C off the table and they're not convenient at all to use. In terms of our secret sauce, we streamline the procurement process for these automotive owners while getting rid of the middleman. In terms of the team, we're veteran-owned. I have 5 years' experience as an auto parts supplier, expert in e-commerce and marketplace, graduate from West Point, FIU MBA, and a former Army diver. My CTO, Chris Stewart, the peanut butter to my jelly, or since we're in Miami, la croqueta to my cortadito, aquí. 20 years experience in corporate business, IT, cybersecurity, graduate from the Naval Academy, NYU MBA Stern, and a former Navy pilot. In terms of funding, we are raising $1.5 million to help 5,000 auto shops, 100 auto suppliers, and to reach $2 million in annual recurring revenue, in addition to that $50 million net projected revenue for year 5. Thank you, and please join the auto parts revolution with AutoCAD. And we look forward to any questions.
Can you walk us? Can you go back to why do you need the capital?
I'm glad you asked that question. So here's our breakdown of the capital, and I'll give it to my CO and CTO to explain more.
Yeah, so as you can see, the majority of our expenses will be on R&D and tech. That's actually where we plan to start to build our moat around the marketplace, and we need the funding to really get that started. We have been bootstrapping this. We plan to continue to bootstrap it as long as we can, but really need the funding for the tech.
And you mentioned the moat that's being built around. Can you talk about possibly the barriers to entry to prevent competitors coming in and doing the same?
So from a technology standpoint, we'll definitely be we believe will be one of the early market entries. But from a moat technology perspective, looking at the AI algorithms, the automations we're going to build, these will be items that technologies, architectures that we plan to trademark. It's all in the future, though. So that's, again, we need the funding to kind of get that piece started.
And on that, a little bit about the automotive industry, too. The procurement process is really slow, and the auto industry is actually slow to innovate. So a lot of the auto shops and auto suppliers are still doing paper receipts and not streamlining the process of procurement. There's over 30,000 actual products or parts to a car, depending on what year, brand, make. And now with EV, fuel, and everything going on in the space, the supply chain is still really fragmented and increasing in fragmentation.
Well, great pitch.
Thank you.
My question is around sales. So how does that look on the funnel side, right? So how's the sales cycle? I know you guys are still developing the MVP and all of that, but for the people you've talked to, how's that process like?
For sure. So the biggest reason why we're starting with the direct sales and partnerships is we really want to get this product right. Right? The automotive industry is a very loyal customer base, and if you solve a problem for them, they are loyal customers until they die. So that's why we're starting small with that. And then after that, once we start to get to know the problems and really develop the marketplace the way they want, then we can start scaling up, and that won't be a problem with like the SEMA show and some of the YouTube advertising social media channels.
Hi there, great pitch.
Thank you.
I'm going to say that to everyone, sorry.
We'll take it though.
So with the changes in technology happening in the transportation space, where do you think this can go?
Honestly, I think AutoCAD can repair some of the biggest problems with the supply chain right now. I think we've seen some of the companies like Tesla struggle to release some of their models out, like the Cybertruck, which I actually reserved and canceled my reservation because they were too slow. But some of these problems are actually really affecting our go-to-markets, especially in the US. right? Because we're actually competing right now with China and some of the EVs that are coming out there. China's already actually conquered the European market, and they're actually starting to put more into the US market. So we really need to catch up. But I actually see this as a global connector in local supply chains for automotive. Like, we're starting in the US, but I mean, this will go into North America, Canada, South America, into Europe. And we really want to emphasize those local supply chains first and then expand from there. There shouldn't be a reason why an auto shop is ordering from an auto supplier in California when I'm an auto supplier in Miami that has the same product with a faster shipping time.
That's all our questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time.
Imagine trying to get around your home, your community, and your world in complete darkness. For millions around the globe, this isn't imagination, but their reality. Good morning, my name is Mike Romano.
And good morning, my name is Gabriel Habeck, and we're the co-founders of BeyondSight, where we provide safety, independence, and equality for the blind. My inspiration behind BeyondSight started about 10 years ago when I met Augusto. He was born partially blind and lost his vision at age 7. Unfortunately, his complete loss of sight took away important pieces of his independence. He knows he can fall downstairs, and he's constantly afraid of bumping into tables, chairs, and walls. Like Augusto, the 330 million individuals with significant vision loss want to feel safe and live a full life. The current assistive technology is far from being a holistic solution because they don't provide real-time feedback and 3D spatial awareness. The visually impaired are still limited to the length of their canes. So here's where our solution comes in: an AI pair of smart glasses and belt that communicates with the user through vibrations. The locations and distances of objects are translated into vibrations via our proprietary belt. If you're still not interested, that's okay, because I've been hiding our secret sauce in my back pocket for this whole time, which consists of our AI companion and our 3D database. So imagine a very chaotic situation like an airport, for example. Our AI companion and our 3D database will work together to provide our users with safety and independence as it guides them to their gates. And this is the same capability which will help Augusto find his way to classrooms around his school. When Augusto tested our device, he was able to play soccer with his dad for the first time in his life. And Emily, a visually impaired student who is actually here in the audience today, said that it sounded like sci-fi until she tried it on. But no, guys, this is real. And then here's George, as he felt more comfortable and safe because he could anticipate the locations of people and bicycles going around him at the beach.
And we aren't stopping here. Today, we are part of Microsoft's Accelerator and have bootstrapped our patent-pending proof of concept. With funding, we'll develop our MVP, which will be qualified for insurance coverage as a Class 1 medical device. And by 2026, our database will be thriving, helping millions. Grounded in our understanding that audio communication alone just isn't cutting it, we focus on our real-time haptics. These allow our users to feel the objects in their vicinity as soon as they cross their path. This, paired with our database, allows individuals like George to confidently make his way home safely, time and time again. And I'm proud to say that we do all of this at the price of an iPhone. Our target market consists of the 150,000 visually impaired individuals in Broward County alone. Expanding outwards, we arrive at our total available market of the 330 million people around the globe suffering from visual impairments, a number on track to more than double by 2050. Upon launch, we'll be selling through our network of organizations and our own e-commerce website. We'll be expanding our reach through commission-based influencers who are already trusted by the blind community. And we'll be available across the nation in medical centers as an insurance-covered alternative. Our two main streams of revenue consist of product sales and subscriptions. Based on the industry sales trends, we project surpassing $100 million in annual revenue by year 5 on the market. We're seeking an investment of $1.5 million to continue creating hope for the blind community. With this investment, a new page will be turned for the visually impaired beginning in just Q2 of next year, because at BeyondSight, we're not just envisioning a brighter future, we're building it, one life at a time. Together, we have the power to change the lives of the visually impaired around the globe by freeing up their mind from worrying about their safety, so they can instead dream about their future. And we invite each and every one of you to stop by our booth and try out the Beyond Sight experience for yourself. Thank you all.
Thank you, guys.
Can you walk a little bit through your margins? So how can you sell for such a cheaper price?
So our cost of,
Where are you sourcing? Where are you producing this?
so currently we're just at our proof of concept, but we're able to produce at $750. So we still secure a very high profit margin by pricing at $14.99. And then on top of that, we have our subscription model, which includes our cloud-based features and our AI companion.
Great pitch and incredibly noble cause.
Thank you.
I'll say the great pitch to everybody, maybe not the noble cause. Can you walk through your 3D database and mapping? Is that something you're doing internally and proprietary? So, for instance, if somebody wanted to come in and use this technology here, would you have to go out and essentially map this, or are you obtaining that from somewhere like Google Maps?
So the cool thing about our 3D database is on top of being able to scan areas ourselves, it's also user-generated. So it's similar to Tesla's concept where each car contributes to this database. So for example, at eMerge, if there was someone with our device that walked in before I did, my device will already understand where the booths are and everything that came in through that other person's device. And it's cloud-based, it's not locally. So that requires our subscription, which gives you access to our cloud features.
Just, are you hoping that that subscription will be covered by insurance companies?
It's possible. So we know that there's an app called Ira that's out right now, and they charge per minute for their users. And insurance companies and some organizations offer incentives for their users that are using that. So it's a possibility.
And on top of that, we are already FDA approved as a class 1 medical device.
I'd love to learn a little bit more about the AI part. We know like now we have AI pens, there are AI companions. How does your AI differentiate itself from those products? And yeah.
So our AI, the biggest differentiator with our AI is that it's a collective database. So you're not only getting your data, but you're also having access to places that you haven't been before, but other users have. And it operates similar to these AI pins that you mentioned. It's voice activated, and it communicates to you through bone conducting headphones in your glasses.
So on top of that, imagine you want to go to the supermarket and you want to go to the cookie aisle. You can ask our AI companion, it's going to take it right there. Or imagine that if you're at the airport and you want to go to gate D33, you can ask our AI companion, it's going to take you there through vibrations as well as audio.
Great pitch. We have no further questions. Thank you.
Thank you all.
For as long as I can remember, I've suffered with really severe allergies and asthma. From rashes to migraines and trouble breathing, I spent my entire life going to doctor's appointments, getting poked and prodded to try to figure out what was going on. After years of suffering with all of these symptoms and never really knowing why, I finally had enough. And that's when I decided to take matters into my own hands. It was during this research process that I discovered the reason I was having all of these symptoms was due to the products I was bringing into my home, such as cleaning products. You see, they're actually full of toxic chemicals that can cause all of these reactions like the ones I was having. On top of that, they're made up of mostly water, so they're heavy and have a high carbon footprint from shipping. And on top of that, they're packaged in single-use plastic bottles that get thrown out after just one use. It didn't make sense to me how products we use every single day could be so harmful to not only us, but also the environment. And it also didn't make sense to me how over 32% of the population was going through the exact same thing that I was. That's over 100 million Americans. And through all of that, we were also somehow managing to throw out 2.5 billion plastic cleaning product bottles. That's when I decided to make a better option. Hi, my name is Anastasia Yefimenko, and I'm the founder of Alcove, a line of zero-waste home care products on a mission to make a sustainable and toxic-free lifestyle that's affordable and accessible for everybody. At Alcove, we offer reusable glass bottles that you get only one time, as well as compostable refill pouches that contain all of the ingredients you need to make the product at home. And it's super simple. All you do is take your reusable bottle, fill it up at home with water, pour in the refill pouch, give it a few shakes, and in a few minutes, you have a highly effective product that's just as effective as your traditional products. And the best part is we have 3 products right now that we launched in 2023 with our dish soap as well as our 2 hand soaps. And all of the ingredients are completely non-toxic, so they're safe with people with allergies just like myself. We're part of one of the fastest growing markets out there. However, we're specifically focusing on individuals in the United States that are both environmentally conscious as well as conscious about the ingredients that are in their products. And while there's already some competitors, they're focusing on either being sustainable or on being non-toxic, but not many are doing both. So that's exactly where we come in by offering the best of both worlds with both our sustainable packaging as well as our non-toxic ingredients. And where we've really been able to differentiate ourselves is that our product actually works. Current alternatives on the market mainly include tablet refills. They're small, they don't work, they don't have all of the ingredients they need. That's why our pouches have 2 times as many active ingredients, because sustainability should have no compromises. And of course, I couldn't do this all by myself, which is why I have my amazing team, which consists of my COO with 20 years of experience in operations, my chemist with over 30 years of natural product formulations, and working with Build You Marketing. And we were able to have a little over $20,000 in sales with our first year, on track for $80,000, 70% gross margins, and the best part is we're on track to be profitable this year. And why? It's because our customers love us. And don't just take my word for it. Take one of our customers who calls herself the Piggy Lady. She loved our product enough, and she even compared it to Dawn. That's why we're not stopping now. We have interest from 5 retail stores that want our products immediately as soon as we have packaging developed. We also have new products ready for launch, on top of being able to launch the B2B side of our business, which will target hotels, commercial cleaning services, and Airbnbs. That's why the funding from this university grant, as well as the potential investment, is coming at the perfect time where we have amazing opportunities that we can capitalize on. Together, we can make a difference, one refill at a time. Thank you so much.
Start. Yeah. Thank you, great pitch. 2 quick questions. One, is there anything proprietary about your product? So what would prevent, if there is a large enough market for this and enough demand, Dawn or Neutrogena from coming in? And can you go through your business plan to scale this? This would be great if it were Shark Tank. I was Lori. I said, this is a great product for QVC. But absent that opportunity, how can you scale this and differentiate yourself from other products?
Absolutely. So for the first part of your question, we treat our formulation as a trade secret, first of all. And then also we have been talking to lawyers about possibly getting a utility patent as well, but that's when we get more funding, which is what, if we do receive this grant, that could be used for part of that. What's preventing the bigger companies from doing this is that it's not effective for them to develop products like this. Procter & Gamble, for example, Unilever, they buy like Burt's Bees, for example, or 7th Generation, one of our competitors. What they do is they don't develop these products. They buy other companies that do that, and our margins allow for us to grow quickly. And then with regards to scaling specifically, all of our sales right now have been mainly organic. We do not have a marketing budget. And so it's all organic sales. Our customers love our products. So scaling in the future is, one, just online. We just got a brand new machine that can increase our capacity by 99 times. So that's why we're able to go into the 5 retailers that are interested now and then scale that quickly as well to get in front of customers, as well as just launching in more online sales channels and really getting in front of customers.
Hey there, great pitch. As a parent to a child with allergies, I appreciate the product. So my question's around, I think on one slide you said it was like 2 times the effectiveness, that competitors are more watered down. So help me understand, how can it be, and this might be proprietary, which is what I think your last response suggested, but how can it be lighter on the chemicals, while doubly as effective, while your opponents are more watered down? I'm not following that argument.
Yes, I would love to explain it a little more. So with our pouches, for example, the dish tablet refills are about 6 grams, right? So they can't have all of the ingredients they need. Our pouches are 27 grams, so we have 3 active ingredients. So the main ingredient that actually cleans the dishes, for example, it's called a surfactant. So we have 3 different surfactants that are all derived from plant alternatives, such as coconuts or something called a soap nut. And because we're able to really get all of these 3 different avenues to really get that surfactant effective, we're able to keep it in a pouch instead of a small tablet that just can't have those ingredients. And then when it comes to actually comparing it to ready to use, product powder ingredients are just more effective. They're not diluted with water, so we have a higher just effectiveness before it's diluted versus when you're buying it at the store, you're paying for 90% water and maybe 10 to 5% actual ingredients.
Can you talk about your price point and then your go-to-market?
Yes. So we have a few different products on there, so it's sometimes easier to show, but we have really great margins on everything that we're doing. So our dish soap refills come out to about $3.99 a refill that we sell, and our hand soap is about $2.99, so it's very comparable to what is on the market, and then we also have really great margins.
Do you have anything? All right. Thank you so much. Great pitch.
Thank you so much for your time.
So, we all know the process of purchasing an unbuilt property today, and it hasn't changed over the last 30 years. But have you ever thought about how this can be different? In real estate, time is money, and that is often lost in outdated strategies that rely heavily on static renderings and physical models. And there is one persistent problem, and it is that the end customer cannot really understand what he's buying until the unit is built and delivered. Over $5 billion are spent in the US on a yearly basis into these traditional strategies. These strategies are not only lacking the ability to give spatial comprehension to the end customer, but they also diminish ROI, they strangle cash flow, and they prolong construction timelines. This leaves developers and buyers in a very costly limbo. For the last 5 years, we've been reshaping the pre-sales experience, and we don't just have satisfied clients, we have returning advocates. One of the many satisfied clients is one of the biggest real estate developers in Central America, and they're building a private city. Their development started 20 years ago, and until 2 years ago, they were still using the same old methods. Today, they're selling and closing faster than ever thanks to our immersive solutions. We built 9 towers for them, and we have 11 more on their way. Our growth, it has been bootstrapped, and it's driven by the powerful voice of referral. Our clients, they're visionaries, and they're looking to captivate a global audience. So what do we mean by global audience? We mean that someone in Australia can sit comfortably in their sofa and tour a project in Miami Brickell that's set to be completed until 2029, and they can even understand what the sunrise will look like from the specific unit he's looking to purchase. We've understood the industry from the ground up, and that enabled us to carve a customer acquisition strategy for developers that expedites their sales process through a blend of high-tech showmanship and solid data-driven analytics. iFly stands at the crossroads of over 237,000 new construction licenses approved just here in Florida. And as the luxury market still invests heavily into lavish sales centers that just offer little beyond the same old floor plans, we deliver immersive, cost-effective digital solutions that truly engage clients. We've already proven our ability to serve that market, and we were set to quintuple our revenue in the next year, aiming to surpass north of 20 million by 2027. We are wildly different from traditional strategies. Unlike expensive static alternatives, our virtual real estate platform is driven by traceable immersive technologies that not only showcase properties, but it allows potential buyers to step into the future, all while gathering crucial market insight. Our business model is really straightforward and potent. A one-time content creation fee followed by a sustainable monthly platform usage fee. In the near future, new revenue streams will be added to our portfolio to enhance the scalability of our solutions. Our team at iFly Technologies is made up of architects and engineers, Babson College entrepreneurs, and video game experts, and we're united by a passion to disrupt and elevate. Together, we blend technical know-how with market insights to redefine property sales in a digital world. Trust in our collective experience, not to only build, but to actualize a new era for property engagement. So, as we stand at the dawn of this new age in real estate, we're not just ready, we're leading the charge. And the timing is perfect. First, we've understood the industry pain points for the last 5 years. Our team has developed valuable know-how and skills to tackle these challenges. And industry giants like Facebook and Apple are already investing billions of dollars into building these ecosystems for these technologies to thrive. So, as we stand at the dawn of this new age in real estate, we invite you to join us, not just to envision a bright new future for real estate, but to immerse, engage, and sell. Thank you so much.
Great pitch. Can you walk me through the technology stack? So are you just recording the 360 videos? Are you building 3D assets? Do you have a multiplayer aspect of it? What's the innovation there?
Yeah, exactly. So our solution is actually a universe that enhances the entire customer journey. So we have augmented reality and unlimited video renders that can be seen on social media. Then, as you're interested and you're attracted, you go on the website. And on the website, you're greeted by our sales platform that it centralizes all the information from the unit, from the development that hasn't been built yet. And you can see availability in real time. You can compare different options. You can even schedule a meeting. And when you go to the sales center, you're greeted by virtual reality, augmented reality, hyper-realistic property simulators. So the point of all of this is to enhance the customer journey of unbuilt real estate. So we're basically teleporting clients into the future and allowing them to see today what their specific unit is going to look like.
Thank you for this. There is a clear need for this. Right here in Miami Beach, I'll do our own little sales pitch, but some of the most exciting development projects in the entire world, attracting customers from all over the world. However, this technology, talk to us about whether it already exists and whether it's already being used. Talk to us about the competition out there and what differentiates you, because I remember for some projects here in Miami Beach 2 years ago, they were doing meta-type tours in virtual reality. So tell us how you're able to differentiate yourself.
So the technology has been around for quite some time. Actually, virtual reality was born in the 1950s. But today, it's until very recently that the hardware is ready. And there's been like many different... there's been like many different applications, but the way we're doing is that we're actually building and uniting all this universe into a centralized platform that actually like develops a multi-platform way for the end customer to understand the property in question. We know that it's really expensive how the projects are handling today their marketing efforts. We've seen projects spending millions of dollars into lavish sales centers here, and they're still selling through the same old renders, and they still hand you the floor plans that are just lines and numbers. So despite the technology has existed since the 1950s, the moment is ready because of hardware and because the real estate developers are doing the same thing over and over that's been done for the last 30 years. So it's an industry set to be disrupted.
Can you just go over your revenue model a little bit further?
Sure. So our revenue model, it's a one-time content creation fee. So those $40,000 are in excess of, because actually that the content creation fee, it's driven by the number of square feet in a project. So it's around $40K to deliver like one tower that has 6 different types of apartments, the amenities, and every view that you're gonna get from the apartment. And that encloses like the virtual reality, the augmented reality, the hyper-realistic property simulators, the unlimited renders, which, by the way, traditional rendering studios are charging per unit. And we've developed algorithms to have like unlimited 360 renders that don't sacrifice the customer experience. And at the same time, like once all those things are built to enhance the customer journey, we charge a monthly recurring license for the use of our web-based platform, which not only like enables you to see the availability and all the different apartments, but it also like captures valuable consumer insight for real estate developers to get a sense in real time of what the market perception is to their project.
Great pitch. Could you go deeper into your path to profitability? You've been running for 5 years, I think now, and perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. No, we're profitable. We started off by a $45,000 injection back in 2018. And one of the valuable lessons we learn as entrepreneurs is that what can get you up in the first moment can be the stone in your shoe at the second moment. So we gave almost half of our company away back in 2018, and it was until like 3 months ago that we got back our equity, and that put us in a survival mode, right? So out of all the sales, and production is based in Central America, so all the sales we did, we spent it right into research and development, like survival mode. And you also have to take into account that in Central America, it's pretty much like 6 stories high, 10 stories high, the buildings. Here, it's probably 60 stories high and upper. So we're profitable, and we've understood the industry in the Central American market. And now that we've understood the pain points, we have the technology ready, and we've gotten back our equity, we're ready to disrupt the US market.
Oh, that's time. Great pitch. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hi, we're Responsively. We empower teams to build simple data dashboards without the need of an engineer. We're currently generating over $60,000 in monthly recurring revenue with a healthy 32% month-over-month growth rate, with 73% of our customers paying all up front. We have over 980 qualified leads in our pipeline, and this pipeline is currently worth over $30 million. And by end of Q2, we have book revenues of $1.2 million. The process of creating data dashboards is super archaic. If you've ever worked in a company, in an organization, it's really cumbersome. The business user will have to go to an analyst, that analyst will need to go to a data engineer, and the loop actually goes on and on and on. And this problem costs companies around $18,000 per single dashboard and makes about 4.5 business days to just get a single dashboard up and running. And data is growing, especially with the advent of AI, over 13.5% of growth in the past year alone around data. And this market is around $169 billion. Our ideal customers, we work with mid-market companies that have non-technical teams like marketing, sales, operation, and HR. We work in industries like sports, tech, and other verticals as well. And here are some of our customers right now. We work with companies like SalesLoft. We just signed a partnership with the NHL, and we work with a number of large nonprofit organizations as well. And that's why I want to introduce you to Sally. Sally is a marketing director. She runs engagement, retention, and marketing initiatives for her company, and she has a number of staff under her. But she has a huge problem. All her data is on different platforms that don't speak to each other. Social media platforms, CRMs, and so forth. Our solution, we empower the business user. Sally can now connect to all those tools in one single place and pull data right off the bat and create custom dashboards without the need of an engineer. By doing so, she's now able to identify new leads, save up to 50 hours a month by automating all of her manual tasks. She's able to build visualizations and seamlessly integrate all her tools in one single place. Our pricing model, we have a 3-tier pricing model. We have a team plan, a pro plan, and an enterprise plan. And we've actually identified the top needs of data dashboarding based on our competitors. And what really we've identified is all these data tools are very technical, and they're not meant for business users. Similar to Canva, we have this huge opportunity around data dashboarding for the non-technical user that we're actually penetrating the marketplace. Myself, I'm a 2-time founder and built 2 data companies and sold into private equity. I worked at Microsoft, and I was on the early Power BI team. Marissa is my co-founder and COO. She has a lot of nonprofit organizational background, and we have a stellar engineering team that has 15 years working in data and AI. And we're also venture-backed. We raised a $3.3 million pre-seed round led by Mark Cuban and the state of Florida, and a number of amazing investors in our investor pool. Our projections by the end of this year, we're looking to hit $3 million in ARR, and we're actually projecting to hit $7 million in the next 12 to 18 months as we're scaling and growing the company. Thanks.
Great pitch. Being a startup founder myself, I know the struggle that it is to build dashboards.
Yeah.
It's really hard, and whatever you have around in the market, it's always a problem. So great job there. So do you have an approach towards companies that are not yet on the price model? And if so, what is it? And also, what's your vision for this plan? What's the angle?
Yeah, so we launched right now an early tier, which is a $3,000 a year tier for the early stage companies, which is about $50 a month per user, and we bundled 5 users for that. And that's been growing. We've grown partnerships. Ideally, the big vision here is that as a company, as a startup, or any organization shouldn't require an engineer to build dashboard. So we see ourselves as being the one-stop shop for dashboards. If you're building a company or a tech company and you need to build a dashboard, those resources can just go to us. We'll be your offshore and we can just integrate.
What's your go-to-market strategy?
We have 2 strategies. Right now, we have a licensing option where companies that are building, so they can integrate into our marketplace.
I'm going to interrupt you for a second. How are you going about identifying these companies and targeting them and then bringing them in?
Oh, there's a sales funnel we have. They're mid-market, land and expand. And then we also have a partnership model as well.
I like this because I can picture a simple person like myself having a need for it. But with all of these impressive people that you've listed as part of the company, why here? Why us? What makes us so lucky? Why haven't they ran and scaled their investment even further?
Well, they're actually coming in where we raised another round, but we are looking for opportunistic investors. And I think, growing the market and especially being in Miami, we don't have a Miami investor yet, so that's one of the reasons why.
What?
Sorry. I can hear you, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. We're only taking questions from the judges.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask something very strange, but what has been the biggest struggle?
The biggest struggle is actually building out the data pipeline. Data is really complex for a number of reasons, and that's why when you're building data dashboards, it's super cumbersome. We spent 2 years actually building that data pipeline. So you can picture a marketplace, and we pull those data insights from various different tools and building partnerships. That has been one of the biggest struggles, and we've went through that hurdle, and that's been super challenging for us.
We have no further questions. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
All right. Did you guys enjoy that? Nice. So that was our university stage pitches. Right after the welcome remarks, which I would like to invite you all to head that way. We'll be back at 11:45 for the early stage companies. So enjoy. Please start making your way. At 10:30, we'll begin with remarks on the main stage. See you guys later.
Chamaco.